In today's video, I'm going to show you how to perfect your jump shot to make sure that you are hitting greens every time, the best settings, and much more. So the main thing is about shot timer, whether you should have it or should you not have it. So you can see right now, we are getting ourselves reds. We're not getting many greens. I'm going to show you exactly what is going on and why. So there are several things you want to do with your controller in terms of settings, which we'll get to in a minute. But just to show you here, we can knuckle down some greens. If you notice, there's great tempo and, of course, the shot timing as well. Now, there's two ways to do a shot. There's very late, of course, you know, slightly late, green time, etc. Excellent. Now, that hasn't got the tempo on, and that one has, but one is great timing, the other one's too early. So it is all about making sure you get them right. So what we're going to do here is show you a few settings. So let's go ahead and hit some greens in a row and get ourselves underway. So we're looking for great timing and great tempo. If you get one of them wrong, you are going to bury it sometimes, but most of the time you're not. Now, double green, as you can imagine, guarantees that you're going to hit double greens. Don't think you need to be an expert to figure that one out. So let's go ahead and have a look at what settings you should be having on your controller and then where you can basically practice this. So let's head over to the menu. We're going to head over to my player and we are going to go down to animations. And once we get to this screen here, we're going to go all the way over with RB or R1 to custom. Turn off your shot meter. It's really important that you turn that off because it actually increases your greens without it. You should be practicing without this anyway. And of course, you can go ahead and set up any of these options you want. We don't have a jump shot set up yet. We're just using the default one that's available to us. But make sure that is off. Now, once you've turned that off, the next thing we're going to head over to is controller settings. So if you don't know how to get there, just press pause, go all the way over to options of RB or R1, head down to controller settings. You want to have this on high risk reward and high risk reward. What this means is if you green a shot, it's going to go in every single time. If you have whites, they are most likely not going to go in. Make sure you have both of those on, shot timing and layup timing. Yes, it is awkward with layups, but I promise you, if you have that with dunk as well, you are going to nail your dunks at every single time. Now, there are several other things you can add on to this as well, but you are wanting to have these on every single time without the shot timer on as well. And then you want to set this to either push or release on your shot timing visual cue. Get used to that. Really practice that as well. And then you are going to be on your way. So once you've set those settings up, head back over to my court and get practicing and getting used to the shot times. Now, you're going to get the timing right. You can see they're slightly slow, so we missed it. When we hit double green, it's going to go in every single time. Now, I'll show you my stats on my pro at the end. Reds, as you can imagine, are never going in unless you get the absolute utmost luck. Green and red is 50-50 split depending on your timing and your tempo. Now, there are two different things. So the tempo release is a new thing in NBA 2K25. So to activate that, you're going to shoot down and flick up on your stick to get the timing right. Without it, it will look a little bit like that. Now, I got it slightly late, unfortunately, but let's hit a green and we can show you exactly what I mean. So you only get excellent. You don't get anything else. You just get the shot only. So that's how you do that. Now, with the release, we flick it up. So we pull down and then flick forward as we go to release. And that's how you're going to get double timing. Now, that is going to make you unstoppable on a catch and shoot, especially once you start hitting those high stats on your My Pro. And once you get to used to that, you're going to be a really good option for your team. Now, of course, it is a little bit harder to get used to when you're doing movement, but doesn't mean you cannot do it. See, I got two reds. So you want to practice it as much as possible, but make sure you are using the time release because that's just going to help you in the long run pull off some of the shots. You want to basically get that nailed down in every situation. Now, the thing I like about my court is not only do you have the ability to do one-on-ones and much more, you can practice whatever you like. You can get yourself in a certain scenario and you can basically make your way over and much more scenarios. You've got horse here, you've got everything else that you need. And also, another thing to practice in, you can see the slider here, you can change it to rank Pro-Am, you can change it to Rec, you can change it to rank 3-on-3 or the City to help you practice your timings. This is why I go for City, because that's going to be most of the time what you are in when you are playing in the Riser Park or the Elite Park, for example, when you're playing online. It's just going to help you get those practices down and get the timing right of your shots. But let's have a look at my pro so you can have a look what his player stats are and etc. So let's head back out of here and let's go ahead and show you. So this is what I'm currently running at as an 80 overall. We've got our shooting up to 87, our mid-range up to 86. We do need to obviously increase the rest of our stats, but we are just working on that slowly. But they're the ones you want to have. Any questions, comment down below. If you're new to the channel, smash the like button, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.